Slow down with me, the world can wait. Slow down with me, the morning's great. For the unhurried, for the two of us. Slow down with me, without the fuss of the next thing pulling at the sleeve. Slow down with me, and just believe that this particular hour is worth. Slow down with me, the whole of earth can wait outside while we take our time. Slow down with me, yours and mine. Slow down with me, the tender invitation. Slow down with me, the best relationship is the one that knows to slow. Slow down with me and let the morning go at its own pace. Slow down with me, the coffee and the still. Slow down with me, the most beautiful fill of the morning is the unhurried through. Slow down with me, me and you, without the agenda pulling us apart. Slow down with me, the kindest start of love is this, the pacing of the day. Slow down with me, together all the way. Ooh, slow down with me, ooh, let's stay here. Slow down with me, the second cup. Slow down with me, the looking up from the phone to find me here beside. Slow down with me, the quiet tide of the morning. Nothing required. Slow down with me, the uninspired and the inspired equally received. Slow down with me, I've always believed that the best of us is in the slow. Slow down with me, the most beautiful no. Slow down with me, the most tender ask. Slow down with me, remove the task of urgency from the morning hours. Slow down with me, these hours are ours. Slow down with me, the coffee and the still. Slow down with me, the most beautiful fill of the morning is the unhurried through. Slow down with me, me and you, without the agenda pulling us apart. Slow down with me, the kindest start of love is this, the pacing of the day. Slow down with me, together all the way. Slow is not behind, slow is the arrival. Slow down with me is how love finds survival in the rushed world. Be the slow together. Slow down with me through every kind of weather. Slow down with me through every morning after. Slow down with me through tears and through the laughter. Slow down with me through every season's turn. Slow down with me, the most important learn of being loved is learning how to rest. Slow down with me, you are my very best reason to stop rushing toward the next. Slow down with me, you are the sweetest text of my life. I tried the thing I've been afraid of trying, because you made the landing safe for falling. You made it safe to try, and in the light of your belief in me, I took the flight from the edge of all my comfortable excuses, and the landing even in the bruises of the not quite right, yet you were there. You make it safe to try, the rare gift of the person who believes you could. You make it safe to try, and so I would. You make it safe to try and fail. You make it safe to try beyond the veil try the terrifying. You make it safe to try the fortifying. My courage in your consistent care. You make it safe to try. You're always there to receive the outcome either way. You make it safe to try. You always say the thing that helps me back onto the ledge. You make it safe to try. You are the edge of my bravest self. Safe to try. Ooh, because of you. The thing I was most scared to say out loud, you made the room for it. You were the crowd of one who would receive it without flight. You make it safe to try the light. You hold for me in every attempt. You make it safe to try. I'm exempt from the solo fear because you're here. You make it safe to try. Crystal clear the difference between the alone attempts. You make it safe to try. I'm not unkempt with fear anymore. You make it safe to try and try again. You make it safe to try through all the when of the not yet and the learning and the through. You make it safe to try, and that's all you. You make it safe to try the terrifying. You make it safe to try the fortifying of my courage in your consistent care. You make it safe to try. You're always there to receive the outcome either way. You make it safe to try. You always say the thing that helps me back onto the ledge. You make it safe to try. You are the edge. The bravest things I've done, I did because of you. You make it safe to try. And so I flew into the things that scared me, into the almost can't. You make it safe to try. And love is the grant of the courage to begin. You make it safe to try, and I am braver. You make it safe to try the most lifesaver kind of love, the one that says you can. You make it safe to try the whole plan of my becoming. Rest on this, the held. You make it safe to try the most excelled version of myself shows up because you make it safe to try, and always was the best of me. Hands are the most honest part of you. They speak before the words can make it through. The particular way they reach across your hands without the calculating cost of whether reaching is appropriate. Your hands are right before the hesitate can stop them, warm and sure and finding mine. Your hands, the most specific design of care in physical form, the hold. Your hands, the most tender story told without a word. Your hands that hold the teacup in the morning. Your hands without a single warning find the small of my back in a crowd. Your hands speak your love the most out loud. Your hands, the architecture of your care. Your hands that find me in the dark somewhere and hold without the asking or the thought. Your hands, the loving physical bar to life, the texture of the reach and stay. Your hands and mine at the end of the day, the most specific comfort I have known. Your hands, I've never felt so not alone. Your hands finding mine. Your hands when they make the thing from scratch, the particular patience patience of the match of hand to task, the care you bring. Your hands to everything the same, of watching someone use their hands with love. Your hands the evidence from above, the obvious of who you are inside. Your hands you cannot really hide. Your hands that wipe the tear before I've asked. Your hands that give the care before I've tasked you with it, always ahead of the need. Your hands the most loving creed. Your hands the architecture of your care. Your hands that find me in the dark somewhere and hold without the asking or the thought. Your hands the loving physical bar to life, the texture of the reach and stay. Your hands in mine at the end of the day, the most specific comfort I have known. Your hands, I've never felt so not alone. Hold my hands when the world is loud. Your hands in mine takes away the crowd of everything frightening, everything unclear. Your hands in mine is all I need to hear. Your hands through every version I will be. Your hands across every year with me, the steady and the reaching and the warm. Your hands through every beautiful and storm of this particular life we're building here. Your hands at the end of every year, still finding mine in the dark and the light. Your hands my favorite part of every night. My favorite part of every night. I've loved people who needed me smaller, who were more comfortable, the shorter, duller version, the one that didn't outshine. The comfortable, the life kept within the line of what was manageable for them. You never made me small, the stem of who I am was always safe to grow. You never made me small, and so I know what it feels like to be loved and full. You never made me small, the pull was always outward. You never made me small, you made me more. You never made me small, you opened every door of the expansion, took up your own room. You never made me small, there was no gloom in your presence for my brightness. You never made me small, you let me be. You never made me small, the most completely whole and present version that I am. You never made me small, the program of the love that lives instead of limits. You never made me small at every minute. You applauded what I was becoming. You never made me small, the most becoming love I've known. Ooh, never small, ooh, fully me. I used to dim myself before I'd enter every room that had someone at the center who needed the diminishing of me. You never made me small, set free by the love that celebrates the large. You never made me small, the charge of your delight in everything I am. You never made me small, the telegram of your pride in me, the most specific. You never made me small, the terrific permission of your love. You never made me small, and I grew larger. You never made me small, the cargo of myself became something I could carry. You never made me small, the extraordinary result of being loved right. You never made me small, you let me be. You never made me small, the most completely whole and present version that I am. You never made me small, the program of the love that lives instead of limits. highest call of what a relationship is meant to be. You never made me small, and that set me free. You never made me small, and I am vast. You never made me small. The die is cast of a life lived largely in the light of this. You never made me small. The greatest bliss of being loved is being loved full. You never made me small. The pull of your believing in the whole of me. You never made me small, and I am free. Ooh, ooh, ooh. The patience of your love is its own language, the one that doesn't rush to manage. Meant to my becoming doesn't set a timeline for the healing or the yet of where I'm going. Patience as the form of love that I had never had. The norm of every love before was the impatient kind. The patience of your love, the most refined expression of the trust in that outcome. The patience of your love, my favorite song. The patience of your love, no deadline given. The patience of your love, the most living version of the caring, the no hurry. The patience of your love without the worry of the when. The patience of your love, it changed the whole. The patience of your love restored my soul to the pace that it was always meant to be. The patience of your love set something free in me that Russian had kept tightly wound. The patience of your love, the most profound of all the ways you love me, is the pace. The patience of your love, the most grace. Ooh, the patience, of your love. You waited at the door of my becoming, without the tapping foot, without the drumming of impatience at the rate of me. The patience of your love set free the version that could only come in time. The patience of your love, the most sublime of gifts, the unhurried hold. The we will get there when we get there naturally. The patience of your love, the steady breath. The patience of your love, beyond the death of my excuses for the not yet ready. The patience of your love, so warm and steady. The patience of your love, it changed the whole. The patience of your love restored my soul to the pace that it was always meant to be. The patience of your love set something free in me that Russian had kept tightly wound. The patience of your love, the most profound of all the ways you love me, is the pace. The patience of your love, the most grace. Patient love is the deepest love, the one that trusts the sea. The patience of your love gave me everything I need to grow into myself without the force. The patience of your love is love at its most, worth having. The patience of your love through every year. The patience of your love through everything here. The unhurried and the steady and the through. The patience of your love. And I came to the person that the patience always knew wasn't me. Waiting, the patience of your love. Believe before it's all the most above and beyond of caring, patient love. was the hardest kind, the one that tested every single bind. Between us every assumption of the state. And you stayed after the storm, the day after, in the week, in the long rebuild. You stayed after the storm, and I was filled with something more than gratitude, the proof. You stayed after the storm, the roof of the love held even in the test. You stayed after the storm, the best evidence of real. You stayed after the storm when staying cost. You stayed after the storm through every lost and found. You stayed after the weather cleared. You stayed after the storm. My greatest fear was losing you, and didn't. You stayed after the storm, and I'm alive. You stayed after the storm, and we survived into something stronger at the seam. You stayed after the storm, and it would seem that what we had was built for the indoor. You stayed after the storm, the most secure I've ever felt in love is in the after. You stayed after the storm, through tears and laughter. Clearing after is the most alive. You stayed after the storm, the most to thrive. In the after weather, all the cleared. You stayed after the storm that disappeared. Debris of the difficult now swept. You stayed after the storm. You kept the faith of the return, the better after. You stayed after the storm, the most thereafter. You stayed after the storm and built with me. You stayed after the storm, the most we have become is on the other side. You stayed after the storm, I can't hide how much that means. You stayed after the storm, and I'm alive. You stayed after the storm, and we survived into something stronger at the seam. You stayed after the storm, and it would seem that what we had was built for the indoor. You stayed after the storm, the most secure I've ever felt in love is in the after. You stayed after the storm, through tears and laughter. Some people leave before the storm is over. Some people stay and help you start. You stayed after the storm, and that's the whole of your heart shown to me completely in the staying of it through. You stayed after the storm, and I will always stay for you. You stayed after the storm, the bravest love. You stayed after the storm, the gift above all the fair weather kind, the real, the true. You stayed after the storm, and I love you more for the staying than the easy days. You stayed after the storm in so many ways. That choice defined the whole of what we are. You stayed after the storm, my guiding star. Let me love you slowly, no grand gesture. Let me love you slowly, the semester of the patient and the building and the learn. Let me love you slowly, the slow burn is the most honest kind of love there is. Let me love you slowly, all of this that we're building doesn't need the rush. Let me love you slowly, the soft brush of the caring over time, the real. Let me love you slowly, the most feel of love is in the patient. Let me love you slowly, I'll get there. Let me love stage of the becoming yours. Let me love you slowly. Love endures most in the unhurried. Let me love you slowly, day by day. Let me love you slowly. Find the way into the deeper with the softest touch. Let me love you slowly, not too much at once, just the accumulation of. Let me love you slowly, all the love that takes the time to grow into the truth. Let me love you slowly, I love you in the building. Ooh, let me love you, ooh, slowly. Let me love you slowly, like the season. Let me love you slowly for no reason other than the fact that love deserves. Let me love you slowly, all the curves of the learning and the known, the years. Let me love you slowly through the tears and the laughter and the ordinary through. Let me love you slowly, all of you. Let me love you slowly, it's enough. Let me love you slowly through the tough and through the easy, slowly finding more. Let me love you slowly, that's what love is for. Let me love you slowly, day by day. Let me love you slowly, find the way into the deeper with the softest touch. Let me love you slowly, not too much at once, just the accumulation of. Let me love you slowly, all the love that takes the time to grow into the truth. Let me love you slowly, I love you. Slow love is the deepest love, slow love is the whole. Let me love you slowly is the most honest goal. Not the rush to the declaration, but the living of the truth. Let me love you slowly, that's the whole of you and me together. Let me love you slowly, all the years ahead. Let me love you slowly in every word said and unsaid, in every morning and night. Let me love you slowly, getting it right, in the patience and the building and the real. Let me love you slowly, every feel of the deepening is worth the slow. Let me love you slowly, watch us grow. I see you in the tire behind the fine. I see you in the way you draw the line. I've smiled just slightly wrong when something's off. I see you in the too quick laugh, the scoff that masks the vulnerable beneath. I see you in the held and the beneath, the competent, the scared and the unsure. I see you in the whole and the impure, mix of everything you are. I see all of it, none of it is free of my love for it. I see you, not the virgin for the room. I see you past the management, the bloom of who you are when nobody is watching. I see you, and I'm never stopping looking this clearly. I see you in the ordinary light. I see you in the middle of the night of your uncertainty. I see the whole. I see you in the body and the soul, the confident and the afraid at once. I see you, and I will not run from the fullness of it. Everything I see you, and you're beautiful to me. Ooh. see the way you hold yourself apart. When love gets close, I see the tender heart. Behind the careful distance, I see through the distance to the wanting. I see you wanting to be seen and scared of it. I see you in the most specific bit of every contradictory thing you are. I see you bright and broken, near and far. I see you, and I love you for the whole. I see you, every compartment of your soul is visible to me. Welcome here. I see you, and nothing to fear in being seen by love. I see you in the ordinary light. I see you in the middle of the night of your uncertainty. I see the whole. I see you in the body and the soul, the confident and the afraid at once. I see you, and I will not run from the fullness of it. Everything I see you, and you're beautiful to me. To be seen completely is the greatest gift. I see you is the most important lift that love provides. The witnessed and the known. I see you, and you're never alone in the being you. I see you through the years and all the change. I see you through the whole beautiful range of who you are and who you're becoming too. I see you, and I'm choosing always you, the whole complicated, beautiful, real. I see you, and the most I ever feel is when you let me see you fully. When I see you, I fall in love again. I used to think that tender was a weakness, a liability, the most uniqueness, in the wrong direction. But the years have taught me through the evidence, my dears, that tender is the bravest of the brave. The choice to be soft in a world that gave every indication that the heart would serve me better. I let down my guard, and tender was the strength all along. Tender enough, and that was never wrong. Tender enough for everything this life requires. Tender enough, that's what love admires. The courage of the soft, the warm, the real. Tender enough to let yourself feel. Tender enough, and that is more than right. Tender enough, choosing soft over fight when the soft is braver. Tender enough to receive the care as well as give the stuff of loving. Tender enough to let the tenderness in without regret for the vulnerability of it. Tender enough, the most honest fit of love and life. Ooh, tender enough. When more the world rewards the harder and the tough, and overlooks the tender, but enough of the world's accounting. Tender is the currency of the actual, this life that matters. Tender enough to cry when crying is the honest to reply with the soft when soft is what is true. Tender enough, the whole of me and you. Tender enough is not the apology. Tender enough is the most honestology of who I am, what I choose to be. Tender enough, setting myself free from the armor. Tender enough, and that is more than right. Tender enough, choosing soft choosing to be soft in everything. Tender enough across the whole of this. Tender enough, the most specific bliss of knowing that the soft is where the real life's. Tender enough to fully feel everything that being human brings. Tender enough to love through everything, the sharp and the uncertain and the through. Tender enough, that's the whole of you. Looking back across the whole of it, every version and every specific bit of where the journey brought me, every through of the hard and golden, it was you. The constant and the changing, you were always the direction of the compass in the always shifting landscape I was looking for. The safe and the tender and the more of the cared for. And it was you the whole time. And it was just because I needed to become myself to see it. You were always the one, I understand it now. You were always the one, I know how. The everything was leading to the here. You were always the one, the most sincere destination. You were always the one who made me safe. You were always the one who gave me space to be the whole of everything I am. You were always the one, the whole exam. What I needed in love was you. You were always the one, and that's the true and uplifting and complete resolution. You were always the one, the most beautiful conclusion. You were always the one. You were always the one who let me be tender and sad and brave and fully free of the performing. Always the one who stayed. You were always the one who never made me small, who checked on me, who brought the suit, who believed me, who was taught by love to love the whole complicated me. You were always the one, and now I see. You were always the one, the whole album through. You were always the one in every clue I followed toward the safe and held and real. You were always the one, the ultimate reveal. You were always the one who made me safe. You were always the one who gave me space to be the whole of everything I am. You were always the one, the whole exam of what I needed in love was you. You were always the one, and that's the true and uplifting and complete resolution. You were always the one, the most beautiful conclusion. For everyone who listened to this album, looking for the tender and the true. For everyone who needed to be held through the music, this was for you. The safe and the cared for and the seen, the handled with care and the in-between of the tender and the whole and the received. You were always the one, I now believe in the safety of love. You were life, you were all